So sorry I haven't streamed in a few days. Things are going great though. I did fix the quest icon thing like basically the next day after I was having problems with it. I'll just show you how it works, and it works correctly on each client, which is the point, individually and the server separately. But just now I just saw this helpful fellow, Marvel Master, has uploaded some cool tutorials about volumetric fog, and I'm following them, and I got some great results so far. I wanted to show off. Here's some volumetric fog on a skeletal mesh, which is pretty cool. I have teeth and eyeballs showing, it's always a thought process behind whether I want to show that or not. But yeah, it's on the arms, spine, and legs and calves. And then, oh, this is the best part. This is why I got it here. Watch it. Not that. This part up here. You see that? The projected stained glass. I keep backing the camera up into something. Sorry. Trying to get a good angle of it. Ah. I keep walking into the statues, which change your race when you walk past them. But anyway, that's not volumetric fog. That's just some particles. This stuff is all volumetric fog I have on the ground. It's just, I guess the reason it looks cool is that it's just spawning. I could probably put some sort of crossfade on it. This is total noob territory for me. Don't know what I'm doing per se. But hey, what's up? That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Where's my GIF command thing? What do I have to do? Oh yeah, it's been a few days. Alright. What's the latest GIF? Whatever. I'll put a huzzah because this is cool. Okay, so there's the dynamic projected stained glass. I have to work on the image it projects. It pans very strangely. Don't know what's up with that. But, oh look at that, there's some preview lighting here, even though I have static lighting disabled. What on earth? It's weird. So there's a big volumetric fog up here in the space above my head, which is why it looks like it gets darker as the camera goes up, because there's actually blocking the vision. But if I switch to first person. Also, there's something about the order of translucencies where these reflective materials over here look like they're in front of the fog. You see that? Oh, if I go third person camera, you can see it. Yeah, it's weird layering issues, but you know, that's something I can sort out later. So let's get back to it, shall we? Here, let's watch this one more time. Look how much better that looks now. And I have it on a fast day-night cycle so that, you know, I could just, if I'm at nighttime, I don't have to wait long for it to come back. It's a testing method. And the color is happening just from lights, just point lights I have in the area. All dynamic lighting. So if I wanted to move that light around, I could. Actually, let me demonstrate that. Boop-a-doop. I should do a quick save all. I hadn't saved in a while, and if it crashes and I lose that right now at the beginning of the stream, that would be stupid. That would be stupid. So how's everybody else? How was your birthday, WR Productions? Happy birthday to yourself. So again, the tutorial, very helpful tutorial by Marvel Master. About halfway through the second part. He has yet to upload the third part. I don't know if he's going to discuss collision interactions and stuff, but his latest show-off video before the tutorials does say that he's going to tell us how to do it, and in which it looks very awesome. Okay, I've saved it. Let me show you what
Wanna
happens.
play with you?
Yeah, I'll play Fortnite in a minute. This is just going to be a quick show-off video. I might apply the smoke to all the other characters here too. I'll just name this test character TGF after the gamer flame.
To the halls of creation.
So, check this out. I am a blue light right now, right? I am a moving blue light, so if I go over here... Ooh, I also have some smoke particles following me around, but those are traditional old particles. But they look better now. You can see them like standing out against these clouds, but I might change it to leaving it. But you see the blue light moving around the fog? That's the point. Here's another blue light character. So I'm leaving the trail. I can jump, leave a trail. But the trail is regular particles. What I'm talking about is the way the light interacts. You see the blue light moving through the volumetric fog. Oops, there it goes. Oh no, you ran out of coins. Did you check the capture character tutorial I sended to you? No, the one that's in Spanish or whatever. Like I didn't not check it out because of the language. I just didn't check it out because it's not something I'm gonna fill my mind with right now. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, maybe I should change this free spirit poof of smoke and this to be volumetric emitters instead. I don't know, they're smoke, they're not fog, so it might be better to keep it as traditional smoke there. There's that blue light panning by again. So. Oh my god, friggin' baby next door. Alright, let me finish applying these. So let's see. Wait, I didn't make it completely invisible, did I? Back on, yeah. I think... Okay, so what I have to do is just add another particle emitter for each of these guys. Do the expose parameter. Come up with the right one, and let's do dwarf scale male. There it is. It's not showing because the exponential fog default settings. Maybe I can change that. Well, I would want it to be invisible by default for when you spawn, but here we can see full glorious detail. Super God rays, you see that? Now if I move this particle emitter up, you'll get the full effect. But it looks pretty cool, right? That's what's coming through the ceiling light up there. I didn't even look at that because normally from the sun's at a weird angle, it's like shooting in sideways. So it never really does this in real life either, unless you're at the equator. So, but we can see it doesn't extend. I have my blocking volumes there. Let me put game mode. Well, these blocking, yeah, there we go. Anyway, there's the skeleton mesh, dude. So I already have them all set up. I just have to plop these in here. Oh no, I hid chat again. Sorry. But it's really easy. It won't even take a minute. Yeah, it'll take more than a minute. I know you want me to do your stuff for you. I'm just kidding. Where am I? There we go. Bloop. Bloop. I like the way it fills it in to start. And then one here for human man. Humasca. Bloop. Alright. Should I put some music on? I'm the music. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on the stream again, let you guys know I'm still going. Closer. need the ground one here. Boom. And I have the ceiling one. So I can take that and this. That's the big one. It's all around. And I can Alt Shift drag to the other side. And we get our nice ground cover and everything over here. And then I'll go over there. Do Alt Shift by the center here. And so you see, since I have a ground cover and a general room fill one, it's like I should definitely put a panner on these, some cross panning. I don't know how far more the tutorial goes into, but I will check it out after I apply all these. Female batling. Oh yes, making progress. Looks much better than those other particle emitters, I have to say. Right. Searching for male won't work if it's female and male. I should make it femme, so it's femme and male. Wouldn't that make more sense? Sorry. All right, there we go. Save that. Let's see what's next.
So
This
the
is
actor
what he
I'm going
just
to
did.
choose is from the world, from my level. In this case, it's the cloud. And as you can see, the particle
cloud.
has now moved to my cloud model and is spawning along the surface. The problem now is I can't move the particle anymore. When I want to move the particle system, I need to move the model that it's attached to. In this case, it's my cloud. I can find it in the world outliner. And if I move my cloud, the particle system moves with it. Same as rotating. Now what I need to do also is to set the simulation of the cloud mesh to ignore collisions.
No, yeah.
So I can
okay.
walk through the cloud.
That's nothing.
And I need to set it to actor hidden in game. So
right.
the model itself will be hidden in game. So now
I can do that. I was doing set visible, because if I go up to one of these guys and if I do set visible, the cloud disappears. Yep, see, the cloud disappears. But if I do hidden in game, the cloud stays. Looks kind of weird like that. I wonder what I can do. This was my original plan all along, just to have pure smoke statues. I wonder if this will work, if you can still click on them. It's hidden in game though. It's really weird. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, no, it's a different volume altogether. That's right. Look, listens, or whatever. I'm not seeing it. You can click on it. You see the little puddle here where it's supposed to be. Okay, I guess set hidden in game doesn't work. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing in this room. Let me just hop over here and double check. No. It's right there. Bloop. Oh, that is a cool effect to have some little orb of smoke there. I gotta minimize this so I stop getting distracted by this. Alright, so that doesn't work. It looks kinda cool, but I don't know. I'd have to work on the detail of it to be useful. It looks really cool, actually. What the hell? Looks kinda pixelated, though. I wonder what's up with that. Well, let me see what else he does.
Check what is looking inside the engine.
Nope, he has works there.
The pretty, volumetric, cloud volume, custom shape.
What's up with that, Gamer Flame? Do you know what to do with that?
I need to do also is to set the simulation of the cloud mesh. So the model itself will be hidden in game. So now I'm going to check what is
weird. My glass statues instead.
Sorry, what I wasn't paying attention.
Like hiding the statue, but keeping the smoke in the shape of the statue. When I set hidden in game, like the whole thing collapses to a little dot. Alright, let's just keep watching.
Looking inside the engine, and as you can see, the pretty, volumetric, cloud volume, custom shape. Okay, that's basically it for the first part of this video. Now I'm going to talk about the quality settings of the volumetric fog. As you can see, when I go further away from the model, the fog itself disappears. To prevent that from happening, you can go into the word outliner and type exponential height fog. And there is a value for view distance under volumetric fog. If you increase the view distance, the fog will disappear at a higher distance, and if you want even more, I think you can even type 100,000. Yes, it's working. But I leave it at 6,000 at the moment. So that's one thing, how you can improve the quality, the distance of the fog. The second possibility to improve the quality is by using console commands.
Okay.
To show what I mean, I created a demonstration level. I want to demonstrate the distance and quality of the fog. So when I move further away from the fog, the quality becomes worse and worse.
It's a nice video.
You can prevent that by using a console command called R volumetric fog grid pixel size. The default value is 8, and when I'm going to increase to 4, the quality becomes much better even at distance, but at the cost of frames per second. You can even go higher to 2, but the frames will even get worse. You can also lower the settings to, let's say, 16, but the quality will be rather bad, and when you get near, the quality will be okay, but I suggest using 8 or 4.
Alright, volumetric file, grid pixel size. Lower quality. Back to standard. Higher quality. Ooh. That's a lot of it though. Let's see how it performs. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, that's, yep, I crashed it. Maybe I shouldn't even put 4. Did I save that shit with all those things placed there? Oh my god. Oh, what a pain in the ass if I didn't. I usually do. I probably did. I need more virtual memory, so it might be because my hard drive is always like near full. I don't know. Or I need more RAM on my video card or something. I think that's just a thing that happens with when you're working in video games. If you're not careful, a setting change could just, you know, you're telling it to do something and it's like, okay, you want to do that? Sure. Oh, I couldn't do that. That's what the computer said. Let's watch this.
Another thing about quality is the shadow in the fog. At some angles, at the default values, the shadow can be really jittery. You can prevent this by increasing the volumetric fog grid size Z. The default value is 128, and a better value can be 256. I've set it now to 256, and as you can see, there's nearly no jitter and the quality is much better. I'm going to upload this demonstration level to a cloud service so you can download and check by yourself. And the link will be below every fog tutorial video I created. Before I stop here, I'm going to explain how you can execute these console commands I'm speaking of. And you can do that by, for example, right-clicking in your character blueprint and type execute console command. Plug this into your, for example, begin play, and for the command you can just type the console command, in this case volumetric fog grid pixel size. So that's basically it for this second part of the tutorial. I hope you liked it, I hope you learned something, I hope you got what you expect.
So check out the thing that he does. I'll just skip to the show off part. So that will be coming up soon. Maybe today even. Let's check out that settings though. Let's go with 4, which is slightly improved, and let's do our volumetric fog.
Continue watching.
Continue watching. What? I saw the end of it. He runs around it and stuff. Goes crazy. So, yeah. Volumetric fog, grid size C. Was that the thing? Oops. Hey, what's up, Aureliath? Nice to see you again.
but the quality will be really jittery. The better value.
Grid size Z 256. Oh, I forgot to right click on the map. It's going to take a minute to load. That's my useful workaround for that epic loading time here, is you just right click on your map in the content browser at one time. It takes like half the time to run through all the files, and then that's it, you just right click on it once, and then every time you play it loads up like much faster. So I'll just do this one time, don't let me forget. It's somehow using your magic powers. Make me not forget to right click. Just type right click in chat, I'll remember. Fine, I'll do it. Okay. Roberto, we need to do a shed, a drumming shed. You said you play drums now. Whoa, what? I hit backspace. What did it do? Refresh chat or something? What happened over here? What? What is it doing? Bring that back. Okay. Now all my fogs are here. We're good. It is kind of hella slow, though. This one doesn't even have the fog. Oh yeah, there's the fog, ground fog. Oof. It's kind of ridiculous. We need to do a drum shedding together. Oh yeah, this is too much. I probably don't need that. There we go, that's better. Yikes. Well, I can make it an option, at least. Jitter. Depth distribution scale, what was it? Grid pixel size. There we go. 20 FPS, man. And 40-50 over here without the stained glass or the volumetric fogs. Above 30 over here. Maybe I copied something incorrectly over there. This is at epic settings, so that's my benchmark more or less. Maybe it's because I had restream open. I have to make these beams stop blocking the camera like that. It's so obnoxious. Okay, no, this is good too. It's probably because the volumetric light, whatever, from the sun thing. Let's watch that over here. See how that looks. Oh, here it is. Wait, what? I don't even see it much. Is there not one over here? Yeah, I feel like it didn't copy one over here. I'm missing one on this side. Hold on. Alright, the map. See, I remembered because I wrote it, not because I read it. I don't need this open. 1 kilobyte of memory. I don't really need fuzzbot open right now for GIFs and stuff. I'll close that. I do kind of have to open the map up to see if it's misplaced. See, I right click the map and it's loading and doing all this stuff the one time, but I'm gonna open it up anyway, so. I wonder what happens if you've right clicked it and then you try to open. Is it quick? It started at 75%. Maybe it is quick. I think that's the same. Maybe, no, maybe this is skipping all that stuff it just did by right clicking on it. That makes sense. Oh, so I've been watching AI videos for the past few days, trying to, like, camera turn using a slider. Too fast. What? Okay. No, it looks like it's up there. Okay. I guess that's good then. I don't really need to use the settings. I wonder if I can experiment with the panner. Let's see. Because that's really the thing that I wanted to learn about, and I guess I just learned all the basics, so I could just experiment with the panner thing. This will affect all of them. So I need like a time node, right? And a panner. And like, let's see. So yeah, time just goes in there. Speed, I just wrote to a parameter. Speed. Okay, and then this will go in here. Then what I want to do is cross multiply that with another instance of itself going in a different direction. But wait, how do I speed? Oh, here we go. Speed X, speed Y. Wait, I'm a little confused here, but how's this? Speed X, speed Y, constant coordinate. Only used if coordinate is not hooked up. Okay. Speed X, speed. Oh, it's a two. Oh, that's why. Okay. There we go. No, I don't want to do that. I want a singular constant that's going to be called speed. And I'm going to multiply that. Its default's going to be 1 for now. I'll plug this. Make float 2. There we go. Put that in there. I can do this X and Y, and then I can do another one of these. Time can also plug into it. What's up? Doing maths, okay? And times like a negative. multiply it. And I can just make this -1 and plug that into, duplicate that thing, plug that into there. So we have negative speed going into x and y, positive speed going into x and y, and this is going to go to speed, copy this coordinates, multiply that. You're not kidding. It's true. Oops. And that will become wherever this was before. Oh man. Alright, let me just go back to the tutorial, dude. Oh my god, so loud.
I hold 3 bluish. That block even has it with the other multiplier, make the extinction even more
Into extinction. Right. Oh, there it is. It's right there. This is to replace that. Duh. Okay, why is this an error? Float 2 and float. This is a float 3. Vector 2. Speed scale. Really? X, Y, and Z. I should make a few of them, maybe. Shouldn't that update? That doesn't make sense. How do you like refresh this thing? Oh wait, maybe it's one of these. Oh, it's not supposed to be this. Arg. Alright, here's my panning math. It's supposed to go into here? Is that right? Yeah. Thank you for confirming. Let's check it out then. Is it already in action? It's probably really slow. Speed, let's try 100. Oh, I see some sort of some action here. Oh yeah, definitely more movement than before. That's the light beams there. You actually you type that, you hit that in right after or right at the same time basically that I plugged it in. So it was good. It was, you saw it on the stream how I experienced it. Which is strange. You saw it a moment after you did it. You were there, but you weren't there. Anyway. I don't know, is 100 too fast? I'm also a little bit worried about the color. Isn't that supposed to change with the type of... Oh. No, it doesn't matter. It's gonna... It works out. It looks good in game when that... Because this isn't triggering when I'm flying over here as a camera for the red light. So I don't know, maybe it's too fast or too... Let's try like 1,000. See what happens. Just apply it. You don't have to save it, right? Whoa. Hello. Trippy. I don't remember this episode of Twin Peaks. So... Should I just hit save instead? There we go. Guessing that's just way too fast. Feel free to vote in the poll. It's still open. Click on the link. Just tell me which faction you prefer, which you would play first, I guess. This is the, you know, the ones with dark elves, minotaurs, satyrs, sea elves, batlings, or your, you know, humans, elves, dwarves, and lizardmen, and avians. I'm getting better at remembering which ones are in which. It's the speed of this though, and the cross multiplying of it. Perhaps I should see it in game. Or maybe I should increase the quality of it a little bit. It's already at 4. No. Wait, what? I think I'll start low, like the way Minecraft did. I think that's the plan. Start with like maybe like 10 or 15 bucks, you know, like a nice cheap game that anyone would buy. And, you know, say like maybe after X number of purchases or X days, I'll increase the price a little bit and maybe like probably cap it at 30, something like that. You know, that's the public standard for what is an acceptable price for a video game that's not by some huge AAA production, right? If it's good enough. 15 if it's just like, you know, crap. And you just want to check out the pretty graphics. But not sure how much. It seems to remember these older. Can I just find out what the grid pixel size is? Don't get a feedback from it. I'm gonna start doing an alpha like not too long from now. Probably once I've finished like the starter zones, I'll make it a you know, I'll do my first release and then I'll add like extra content. But I'm kind of worried about doing that because that makes a lot of pressure. So, but at the same time, I don't want to put it off for too long. We'll see. I might just have to make it more of like a sandboxy game eventually, just so that people don't. But I think the thing is, the end game I'm structuring into the game itself. So having more content is just gonna be more like expansions. I don't think it's advertising the game. Nah, I plan on it doing its own work, but I can if I need to. Self-promote. I've done that before, sort of. I didn't promote as hard for my own movie, Engrams, but let's check this out in game, the cross panning action. So it's positive and negative values on XYZ. Cross panning each other. Let's make a new, was it TGF? There we go. Nice. See, I can make this an option for later on. It's so weird. I feel like sometimes it's like not visible unless you're like looking at a certain direction or something. I'm not sure what's going on. Alright, thanks for subscribing, Game's Over. So, anyway, wave at this dude. I'll put some extra questions on here to like tell me about the game, what should I be expecting, etc., yada yada. Oh, try the mirror before you go. I do have to work on that. Because it doesn't work correctly for clients. But, yeah, almost forgot to do this. I'll show off the quest. So, my first quest that you start off with. Let's jump out at nighttime. So the diving mechanic works from that height. As you can see, I've made a bunch of test characters and just jumped out. So, whatever. I gotta get rid of that torch too. I threw it in there once just to have a torch nearby if I needed it. Anyway, here's some music I made for it. I just find this house over here. I threw together a quick tavern. Has some lighting inside. You can see our dude. Oh, that's a torch. Why is that just chilling there? So, let me show you something. I'll just stow the torch in here. So I've already demonstrated this before if anyone's seen the game, but I haven't shown you that. I slapped together a little house here for our dude. Arturion, the irritable-looking male plains human, retired adventurer of the court. He's not turning to face me. Oh, that's right, I haven't put that behavior in. Also, waving my face. It looked like it just came off the family farm. I should do some color coding or something, make these format nicer, like maybe like unbold the main text. Don't you know how to wear a backpack? Try me again when you've got yourself sorted out there. So I can just keep waving at him. And it keeps, you know. Okay. So, if I equip the backpack. Yes? What are you, dumb? Do you have some business with me or not? Yes? What are you, dumb? Do you have some business with me or not? I should put some voice acting in there just so you can spam those over and over again. Yes? What do you have some business with me or not? Yes? What are you, dumb? Okay, anyway. Point is... Oh, sorry, I'll pay attention now. I get that letter. I can read the letter. Let's see, yeah. Dearest TGF, I have taught you all I can. Keep your torch handy and take this letter to Arturion in the Highland Crossings. There you will find the adventure seek. I'm gonna put like a variable on the starting menu where you can put your like parents' names or something. Some little personal background, personalize that. Anyway, that's the letter I have in my hand. You can see it. You can see the letter. And if I wave at the dude one more time, bloop, gone letter, gone quest. Takes the letter from your hands and quickly scans it over before crumpling it up and tossing it away indignantly. So, you want to be an adventurer, eh? Well, you got the first thing right by showing me this letter. Maybe it'll be of some use after all. So anyway, That's my first quest. I'm sticking to it. It basically covers all the mechanics that you need. The quest icon appearing and disappearing. It's all based on maps, which is a really handy variable type. Sorry I killed the music there. I was really hitting the triumphant chorus at the end there too. But I want to show you how that is handled. So from the dialogue tree, this is that whole quest that I just did right there. This is it. That's the whole thing. So we construct this by interacting with a widget, or you interact with the quest icon to create this, and it creates it. If you just follow the little white line, first, are you holding, this is your inventory here. This is our player info. This is just where I can get, like, that's why a whole bunch of lines are just coming out from here, because this is just your stuff. I can just compare your stats, I can compare your equipment, I can compare any attribute on you, and just say, okay, well, if you're holding a backpack in either one in your right hand or your left hand, then you are a total noob who hasn't equipped a backpack. And there's the text, and it tells which dialogue response to use, so that main text gets there, and the button dialogue responses is switched by that enumerator on, like, whenever it changes, and to say, oh, okay, here are the formats coded, and I did them out of order, so just have to line up the number to the right thing. It might be better to do it like by a string or something, not sure. But the quest mechanic, let me skip some of these other things. The quest mechanic, this is the part I want to show you, is this. Adventurer letter brought, not dumb. So you have various states, brought, dumb, not dumb, from your adventurer letter brought. So basically it's a map of text, well, names technically, because names take less data. So I use the name because it was the lowest bit rate data I could use for text here. So adventurer letter brought is left column, brought dumb, not dumb is the right column, and it's basically, I add the pins here, so, and I add the things here. It doesn't exist anywhere else. That's it. Otherwise, it's just a variable on your save game, essentially, from player state that I'm saving. And, alright, at some point, you know, I gotta do save player info. Let me copy that. Put that here. It's kind of catchy, isn't it? Maybe make a local function just to cut out some of those wires, but anyway, that's the idea here. What I'm doing is destroying the actor in your hand, setting your variable of your right hand to nothing. Привет и русский. Я русский. Здравствуйте. Как дела? Я говорю по-русски очень плохо. That's it. Почему? Потому что. Why? Because. I said that I speak Russian very badly. Why? Because. And that was it. I think that's like the extent of it. I can say v parke, in the park. So what's up, Ezio Editore? So that's the idea behind the quest mechanics here. It's just a map variable. So I have quest name, quest state for the character. So the next thing to do is to maybe have world quests by putting map variables on these NPCs or in the world save game somewhere. Probably just in the world save game. Might be able to tie it to NPC though, I'm not sure. Make them dynamic too. And then they can just be run whenever you do them, wherever they happen. Like this is happening entirely on the widget. It's just setting it and saving it. And then also, what am I doing? Just clear your right hand or left hand to get rid of the quest item, the scroll in this case. That's, you know, that's custom stuff that I wrote. It's not gonna get into that. And then hide the question mark. This is this part I gotta show you stuff. Yeah, Vyruski. Uchili. I don't know what Uchili means. Where? Gdzie is where, right? Li. I said that wrong. Li. Where? I forget what. Is that a curse word? No. Dude, sorry. That's it. I can't. Nope. I can pass myself off for a local trying to get into the park at a lower price for locals, but that's it. So check this out. This is very important. These two right here. This is where I was getting stuck last time. Show question mark owning client. When the character is spawned at begin play, for some reason there's a delay there. Don't worry about it. But I'm owning a client thing here. Gamer flame, you might want to pay attention to this. This is what I was talking about, having something that only happens with the character. So on the owning client, I'm spawning. This can get deleted. It's not really. Yeah, this is good. And now I'm setting two variables. I'm setting a question mark variable that is not replicated, and I'm setting a replicated question mark variable which is replicated. I don't understand why, but I have to. No idea. Sorry, he's naive. Do you speak English? So on owning client, for example, to add the thing is easy enough. Switch on authority, and this is going to say, switch has authority. This is going to say who's running this on owning client. So that's how we know that it's either one or the other. It's on owning client, and it's either the server or remote. For the remote, it's easier to understand. We're just going to set the visibility, because that's what we wanted. That's the easy part. We're just doing it on that client. Boom. And there's a timeline for setting the glow and the scalar parameter. So what are we saying? Then for the server side though, the thing is, since server has control of so much, you want to make sure this is only happening on their end. So even though this happens on the, it just works that way. So we're just going to get that, etc. Okay. I don't know well enough why. It's still, some of these concepts are too abstract for me, but when you're hiding it, this is weird, because when I'm hiding it, it does work just fine the same exact way for like something direct, like an end overlap. You just pass the question mark through directly. But if I'm going through the UMG, if I'm doing it from here, I have to pass forward this question mark variable, because this is not the question mark. This is a UMG widget. So this has to be set when you create the widget, which is done on the question mark. It's very simple. I'll show you. Very straightforward. When you wave at with an interface from the player, so it should be able to do that. Cast to that controller, open conversation widget, and I don't think I needed these. What I'm doing is, this is the part that matters. Set last opened question mark. So I'm sending self to the third person BP. So let me just go back there so you can see I'm sending the self. This is the variable in question. And I'm sending the attached pawn that this pawn is on, which happens when you spawn. It's another backtrack. I had like 10 blueprints connected to make this happen. Like, don't even get me started. So that event, sorry, here. Oh, question mark is empty. Attached pawn. So I'm not even using the question mark thing here. That's the thing. It wasn't, that didn't matter. I could get rid of that for now, because that's where it wasn't passing through. For some reason, this was not coming through. But I could get the NPC, cast to it, and get its question mark, whether it's a child of this or a child of this, and set last opened question mark, the replicated one. I don't think I'm using this either. That might be old code I can delete. Maybe this is the important part. Open conversation widget. Yeah, this is the important part. When I send question mark in along with self. I could probably delete that other code, that last opened question mark. Here, let's see. So here, getting question mark, creating user widget. So this is creating the dialog window. I'm going to remove it, the conversation widget. Then I'm going to make a new one. Add viewport, and the class is going to come from here too, so depending on which question mark it is. Then we're going to set conversation widget, question mark, conversation. Wow, I don't know where that was getting. Well, I thought I'd explain all this, but nope, no sir, no clue. Anyway, somehow we're getting here it is. So on the client, what happens when you leave through the UMG is I'm getting the question mark, and if it's valid, so this would happen if you are on overlap. That's going to be valid. On overlap, it passes through, that works fine. But it's not valid when it's done through the UMG. So I say, okay, get the last opened question mark. So that works. And that is why it was being set from the other place on the controller, because client's controller is not replicated, so the controller has a valid reference to its own question mark, and that works. On the server, again, I'm doing is locally controlled, so we should be only running this on the server itself. We're going to say, is that valid? And when you do an overlap, from end overlap or on overlap, that works just fine. But when you do it through the UMG, it's not valid. So we're going to say, is last opened question mark valid, which is how this works. And technically speaking, this part I could probably delete, but I figured I'd just keep it in there in case it is valid. I can just do it. Maybe one works sometimes, the other works other times. Anyway, finally, there's replicated question mark, which I can see. Where is that getting set? Right. Client spawn question mark at begin play. When you spawn the question mark itself. Wait. Right, because the client, this is the thing, this client is spawning it on every other client. So owning client means, and now here's the thing, this character thing, this is every character, this is every person, every NPC. So that's, let's say you have 100 of these in the game. So 100 of these from the perspective of one of them. So one of the clients that loads in on one of these, every time each of the other 99 loads in, it begins play and runs on owning client, the other client that's playing, and spawns a question mark on each of them and attaches it. But it sets these variables on that owning client because it's the same class interacting with others of its own class. So you see how it gets a little bit confusing there, but essentially this way each pawn has a each pawn, so let's say owning player owns their pawn, and there are 100 other pawns. Each of those pawns has its own replicated question mark variable and question mark variable set on that original owner's computer. That computer has 101 pawns on it, right? They only control one of them, but it has 101 pawns. So their computer has those pawns on the computer, and it sets the variables on it only on themselves. Those other pawns each have their own references on top of all the other. So that's how it works. And so if that doesn't work, we're going to get the replicated version from the server. For some reason, I could never. Once I used this other method, it stopped working on the server. So I just basically just said, well, it does work when it, basically, well, yeah, that's what it was. When I turned replication off of this, that's the thing. Let's pretend this doesn't exist right here, and we only had the same thing on both server and client. Switch has authority. Are you valid? No. We'll get our reference to what was the last opened one, because the direct reference isn't working. That would work on server if last open question mark is replicated, and not work on client. But that would work on client if it was not replicated and not work on server. So I made a replicated variable and a not replicated variable. The not replicated variable works for the client, and the replicated variable works for the server. Don't ask me why, but it works. So that'll be it for the day. I believe I'll check out that favorite pizza toppings. Pineapple pizza with ham, or mushrooms with, and like, you know, really good stuff like some prosciutto and some fresh mozzarella, some spinach, you know, lots of fresh tomatoes, you know, basil, that kind of thing. Anyway. What's up? I'll hop in the map again to show off the looks of the fog and the working quest mechanics. feel really good about this though. I've been wanting to have this volumetric fog in there forever. That pixel placement art, placeholder sprite, 2D sprite shit is just like this fire. I want to replace that fire too. When I was at GDC, I sat down with this dude and I showed Ryan Brooks when I had the 3D volume sim going up here. I showed it to him, and this other dude is like, "Oh, is that the starter fire?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's the starter fire. What of it?" Oops. This is not in the starter area. That's right, you're my Turkish friend. I don't know if I'm spelling your name right, because I don't see the I. Is it a weird letter? I'll make a character for you.
Welcome to the
It's like 90 frames per second up there, and it just slowly dwindles down. 50 to 40 to 30. Down to 20 eventually. But anyway. I am a blue light in the fog. Whoosh. Now, sometimes it gets darker, which I don't get. I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to hide the frame count for now. Just to get a full immersive experience, yeah. This is the gameplay. No interface if you don't want it. Press E or Q to interact with items. Wait, why is it not? No, he's backing up. Nice, okay. It happens if you start, and then you... It happens to me more than I would like. I gotta come up with a fix for that. Anyway. Because I imagine people often will back and then right click instead of just right and then back click. Anyway. Oh, that's right, I made it only happen on release. Are you charming? I don't know. I forgot that I had named him after you. No name. Ooh. Perfect. Adam Yok means no name. That's awesome. Thanks for telling me that. I'm gonna use it somehow. And he said he's scared of this game? That's great. But... So... Do you get the name of the town? Because I named... That's really funny. Because here, you see, Imnihil Grotto? Nihil? Nihilism? Nihilistic? Nihilists? Im is a prefix that means, I don't know, something like in, or... What does im prefix mean? I forget. Opposite meaning. So, imperceptible. So, imnihil means it's not nothing. Man, this looks great though. I'm really happy with this. So much better than before. And then when this guy teaches how to make it like react with players, oh my god, it's gonna be so amazing. Why did it just make a sound? Let's fix that posture up a little bit. Fix the posture. Purple-colored hair and starry eyes. The careful-looking male Svar Grey Elf, adventurer of the tribe. Alright. let's hop out. Oh, that is scary, actually. I've never looked down while doing that. Can you imagine diving into the ocean from that height? Oh my god. I should replace those with volumetric fog now. That was my plan all along. It'll probably be easy enough. Let's do that. Let's just destroy those for now. I'm trapped. Oh, I forgot I have to make the exponential fog off by default. I'm gonna forget to do that. Let's see. What? I don't want all of them. Why are you? Is it playing right now? Why is it selecting all of them? Are they grouped? There we go. Let's just set them all off for now. Invisible, and let's get some of my the big cloud local fog. Let's see how that looks. Boop. Cast shadow. I have to look into whether I want to do casting shadows. It's going to cost even more. It seemed like I needed it. What can I do though? The color. Doesn't have any. Big cloud, local fog particle. I need the color. Maybe I should just make it neutral. Looks better there. Obviously too big and whatnot. I'll have to break it up more. Yeah, I'll have to make another one for that. Let me just go to the... Okay, with white. Let's see how it looks. Did I jump out already? I did, right? Alright, so let's do,
Welcome to the...
Nothing and no name. Let's check this side. Oh, yeah, that looks fine. Yep, these guys just shrugging. Let's check this side, how it looks with white. Yeah, that's good. Here comes the sun. There. Yes. Looks so good. I'm not even seeing it on the wall from here though. It's actually getting like nullified by the time it hits the ground. I need to put some, well, it has a big fire making smoke, but I was thinking some like beziers or whatever they're called, that just like smoking incense burners. I love the way the auras look. Here comes the light again. You can like you can see it on the ground, but actually not really. You can't really see it projecting on the ground anymore. Oh, you can a little bit up there where it does make it through. It's almost like it's getting blocked out completely. Like maybe this big one needs to be less, a little less. And now you can see more. You see it's not as dark. Now we should see. It says extinction is how much it blocks things, so if you notice. It's not as... I guess it's still pretty crazy. It looks so good. Whoa! Okay, that's because of the light coming in. Alright. Alright, so on the ground, am I seeing it? Yeah, I'm seeing it there now. That's better. Yeah. Finally. Dream come true. Real volumetric light shafts. I need to make it so these objects stop clipping in front of the camera. Like that's the banister, the little waving flag that you can't even see. Like, why is that even there? Can't even see it. It's so dark in here. Maybe I'll put some light near it or something. But you're not supposed to have torches on the walls. That's not how they lit the things. That's what Shadow Diversity says. But yeah, I did want this to have like a scary, mysterious, immersive ambiance, so I'm glad that guy was a little frightened. Boop. Alright, take it air. I'll see you guys around. Peace of Derchi.